Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on. Time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.
And good morning to everybody. Good morning. Do me a favor, invite somebody, share. I decided to take a couple of days off. I'm gonna do it again in 2 weeks. I'm gonna take some time off. Then I have been intentional about planning vacation. I'm gonna take a week in May. I'm going to take me a week in June, and I'm going to take me a week in July. I have decided that I am going to take me probably every month. I'm going to take me a week to 2 week vacation. I've been working hard all my life, and it's time to balance and get some rest and relaxation. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Time. I know it's been a while since we've been together, but I got some good stuff we're going to be talking about this morning. In fact, our topic this morning, managing evil. I've been trying to get to this topic for a very, very long time. I'm getting a little warm here. Give me a second. Let me open this door. Beachfront, baby. Beachfront, baby. Invite somebody, share. We've got a lot to talk about. Our topic this morning is managing evil. Managing evil. We've got a lot to do with that one. So do me a favor. Invite somebody, share. Don't just play with me. You hear me asking. I'm asking nicely. Let me start with good morning, Tina White McPherson. Good morning, Michelle Byers. Good morning to everybody on all of our platforms. It's been a long time since we've been together. Lois Dobson. Good morning, my little sister. Errol. What's up, Errol? Kimberly Latoya. Good morning, Kimberly. Tasha Lockett, good morning to everybody that is joining on. Make sure you holler at your boy. Oh, you out. Well, see, Train is on one side. I'm on another side. Train is on a ski boat. I'm on God's boat. Oh, Shabbat. It's a good morning indeed. Good morning. Do me a favor, invite somebody, share. You can see the steam coming from this coffee. So out here, I brought my own coffee. I did, and my own mug. Need their mug, and I don't need their coffee. All right. Good morning. Miss you guys. I really, really do. I miss everybody. And I'm going to ask you again, do me a favor. Invite somebody, share. Invite somebody, share. Share this video to your page, if you will. Invite somebody, tell them we are on. Tasha Lockett, Good morning, DeJuan McIntyre. Good morning. So, you know, we've survived some of the worst of time. If you are alive today, if you're able to be on this live, you should be on here. You should be happy regardless of what you're facing and what you're going through. You've survived some of the worst of time, and for that, there's a level of gratitude and gratefulness that I believe that we are to have and display. It's just not enough to be grateful. It's not enough to have gratitude. People ought to be able to see you and see just how grateful you are. In the words of my grandmother, if it had not been for the goodness of God, where would we be? In the words of my grandmother again, God has kept us from danger, seen and unseen. So this morning we're talking about managing evil. There are so many people that believe or wish that they could have opportunity without obstacle. They believe that opportunity without obstacle is the perfect place. They believe that that is the peaceful place. So what we try and do, we try to live, and we want to live in a free place. We want to live in a happy place. We want to protect our peace. We want to enjoy life. We want to enjoy the process, but we really don't want the conflict and the obstacles that come with it. And the problem with that is that's just not how. It's not how our world is. It's not how God operates. I believe from the beginning, it was always God's heart to reveal Jesus. When he gave man a will, he knew he wouldn't do right. So God gives us a will. We choose. Things happen. Things happen in our world as a result of something somebody has done. Slavery was not God's will. It wasn't. But when God gave Adam dominion of the world, gave him dominion of the earth, when he gave him a will, Adam chose to do what he wanted to do. And as a result of that, sin entered into our land. And as a result of sin, we now have to deal with ego. We have to deal with egotistical people. We have to deal with people who abuse power. There are so many ills in our world that we have to deal with as a result of evil. But it's God's desire for you to be happy. It's God's desire for you to have peace. However, in this life, Paul said you're going to have tribulations. He did. We see what's happening in the Ukraine. Russia attacked the Ukraine. The book says when you hear of wars and rumors of wars, and I know you got these last time, end time people that can almost scale the exact day when Jesus is going to return, when the Bible clearly says no man knows the day or the hour when the Son of Man shall appear. But you have people saying, is the world for the end? I saw something this morning where the guy was giving a prediction that in 9 years it was going to be over. The Lord's going to be here. And truthfully, we don't know that. The book says when you hear of these things, when you hear of these wars, rumors of war, nation against nation, he says, know that the end is not yet. So if the end is not yet, then that means that there is work for us to do, and we're supposed to focus on our purpose. We're supposed to focus on where we are, what we've been called to do, and enjoy the process while going through the process or the cycle of life. So people believe that when you have great opportunity, there should be no obstacles. Listen, I defined this morning evil as obstacles that oppose us. I could have used opposition. Every opposition is not necessarily evil, but I do believe that there is an evil in every opposition, and based on how your mind chooses determines what rises in you. Now, what rises in you has everything to do with what's going to happen around you. Your ideology, how you perceive, how you understand, literally dictates your next move, your next step. It's going to determine whether you go high, whether you go low. And I know I know that a lot of people, uh, we don't, we hate the evil boss. You know, we hate the evil coworker. We don't want to deal with them. They're toxic, annoying. They scale to eat up our peace. So there's a part of us that does not want to deal with evil. But one of the things that I'm learning is success is really primarily determined on how well you deal with evil. A car gives you a positive charge and a negative charge. You have to have both in order to get that engine running and going in the right direction. So there's no such thing as living a world with just good. Good is not even good if there's not some opposition. We know what is good because we know what is bad. We know what is evil. So if we're going to be successful in what we do, if we're going to grow in what we do, I think we have to learn and we have to start having conversations on how well we manage evil. The evil boss is not going nowhere. You go from job to job and you're going to run into the same personalities. You can leave your job and retire and you're just going to go to church. The same personality that was on your job is in that church. I'll wait. At any time, you can talk back to me. You can go to the mall. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to go to work. Go to the mall. Go to the grocery store. You're going to run into the same personalities. You're going to run in principle. You're going to run into the same conflict. There is a understanding or a theory that believes until you pass the concept of a trial or struggle, until you pass that trouble, there is a belief that you're going to keep seeing it until you pass it. And I don't think that is necessarily incorrect, but it is incomplete. You're going to deal with something evil till you die. And after you die, then your family is going to deal with some of your evil. You say, well, how are they going to deal with my evil and I'm dead? Well, it could be the evil of not having a will. It could be the evil of probate. Evil is here for the rest of your life. So if you're going to be successful, if you're going to win at anything, you're going to have to learn how to manage evil. Whether that's in a person, place, or thing, you're going to have to manage it. You're going to have to know and have wisdom in how to deal with it. How do you deal with someone who is constantly after you? How do you deal with betrayal? You can leave one side of town. You can leave one city, go to another city, get a fresh start. You're still going to deal with the same thing theoretically in principle. Because our world is full of the same thing and our world is full of the same people. So how do you handle evil? I had a situation where I helped someone out and gave them a place to stay, put them up pretty good. I paid their bills. They were just having a hard time living in abandoned buildings, and it was a young lady. She was a young girl, maybe 25. And this is nothing new. If you followed Coffee Time, it's what we do. We have a responsibility to help community. So, no, you don't see me on video out on the street passing out money, food, but we do it. And the only time I really kind of bring it up is when I'm making an example like now, because I do believe that there should be discretion. If you're helping people and you got to put it on broadcast, you're not helping people, you're helping yourself. You're feeding your own ego. I do talk about it to make points from it. I do talk about it because it's taxing trying to do it out of my pocket alone. So I depend on the love gift of the people. So I have to give you a report of what we're doing. Um, you know, people are faithful at giving. You need to be faithful at reporting. Of course, we're moving into another phase of life. I'm moving into another phase of life and ministry, and we'll be channeling everything through Encounter Church. But until we get there fully, and Encounter Church is growing, it is. We're doing our first in-person Bible study on March 15th at 600 King Street, Jacksonville, Florida. If you're not doing anything, you should come out and hear the word. We're not playing. We've been having interest group meetings. We're still going to have those. But we're launching our first in-person Bible study. If you want to learn the word of God, you want to learn, I was going to show y'all a video this morning of John Gray literally bruised the word of God. Maybe I will show it a little later if I have time. But you need to understand the word of God. If you don't understand the word of God, how are you going to develop the wisdom that is necessary to carry out your day and manage this evil? So when you give to us, you're giving to a lot. So we put the young lady up. The young lady was she was a lesbian. We don't discriminate in helping people. And after we put her up for a few months, she wanted her lover to join her. And I told her, well, no, I don't think that's good, because I don't want to take care of two people. She's in a situation where she has somewhere to stay. She's living pretty good. If anything, you ought to see about you going there, if that's what you want to do. So while we were helping this young lady, we paid all the bills: light bill, water bill, rent. We didn't put her up in the projects either. And I gave her a job, and every day I was talking to her about the next step. What's next for you? What are you going to do? This grace, this window is open to help you. But you got to figure out what's next. And she began to try and figure that out. Invited her to church. She said she was going to come. She never showed up. But we didn't pull the hand of grace away from her just because she didn't come. Well, it turns out that the young lady had a drug problem. Not only did she have a drug problem, she had anger issues. So we gave her a job. She showed up to work one day after working maybe 2 or 3 months. And she told the manager that, hey, today's my last day. I got a new job, which is great. The new job was going to put her in position to get benefits. The new job, at the time, we weren't offering benefits like we are now. Oh, yeah, you work for Crazy Beans Coffee, you get benefits. We've done everything we could to make benefits accessible to the employee. So I think she was going to be making about $5 an hour more than what we were able to pay her. So it was a real good move for her. But how she did it was wrong. She went to work, told her, hey, this is my last day. And the manager called me, say, hey, we got a little issue. We're going to be short-staffed on tomorrow because today is the young lady's last day. I, in turn, called the young lady, hey, I'm proud of you, proud of your success. I'm grateful that God has opened some great doors for you. I say, but you don't think you could have let me know a week in advance, maybe a few days? Because the way that we run our staff, we run 3 to 4 people in the morning. We run 2 to 3 people in the evening. It's a numbers game. Some days the line is wrapped around the door. Thank God for the success of Crazy Beans Coffee. Every day we make the sales, but every day the crowd shows up at a different time. So it's kind of hard to scale. So the young lady said it was her last day. I explained to her, hey, in life, you don't want to do that. You don't want to hurt the people that are trying to help you. Now, you're not going to set us back. We're going to be fine, but it would have just helped us in terms of planning to know that it was your last day because we have other people to put on the schedule. All right. So the young lady, she went, she said, well, yeah, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. We still pay the bills. We still pay the rent, put her up. She was living better than a lot of folk in Jacksonville. And then we did an inspection. Didn't tell her. Waited till she went to work to inspect, the property where she was staying, and we found some white powder. In addition to that, one of the rules that we have is you can't have people coming and going because this place is not in your name. It's in my name. I'm responsible, and as a result of that, this is a temporary situation to help you out, but you can't have people coming in and out. Turns there were people coming and going out. The young lady was doing drugs on the balcony. Someone from the property management, let me know, hey, you have a visitor that is doing drugs on the balcony. Like, now it's one thing to have a problem, it's another thing to be an idiot, ignorant. So long story short, we're in the business of trying to help people. If we're going to help you, we're going to help you. But you can't hurt us while we're trying to help you. So I had a talk with the young lady. Hey, this is a drug charge. If the police were to come, good God, what is this white powder? So it just turned, it got serious, and we had to tell the young lady, hey, you're not going to be able to go back on the property. I've already notified the authorities. You got to find somewhere else to go. So the young lady, along with about two other of her girlfriends, went to the job, to the coffee spot, and called themselves being angry. Now, you hadn't paid rent or paid anything in 4 months. She went to the job and told the manager that was there, you tell Mr. T we need to see him right now. Well, she's out there causing that commotion. She didn't know I was in the office. I was in the office. And I'm listening, and I'm watching her on the cameras. Now, this is someone who had nothing. We took her shopping. We gave whatever she needed. We even gave her an allowance. And I say we because it wasn't what I had. It was you too. You're giving to Coffee Time. This is what we do with the money. We're not out like some of y'all buying Gucci shoes and Louis Vuitton belts with your money. No, the Lord's taking care of us. God's been good to us. We're able to serve our community and help people who are in need. And she's out there calling. I'm looking at her on the camera, and I'm saying, "Will you look at this? Will you look at this? Oh, she is showing out. She got these girls, and they cussing, and they're saying they gonna F the manager that was on duty. We gonna F you up, and we gonna F up Mr. T. We know he come through here. You tell him we up here waiting on him." Well, no, that wasn't the thing to say. So they say they were waiting on him, and I'm looking at him on camera. So there's a door. My office literally is 2 feet away from where they're screaming. I have to use precaution because I have employees. So I called security first, JSO second. There are police officers all through the building. And then I came out. You need to see me? And then they jump, they standing back, and they go to acting, well, Mr. T, we just didn't like the way you handle things. Okay. Well, there's a way that you can handle that. You could have set an appointment with me. You could have had a meeting. I don't think I've done anything to deserve this manner of evil. And you're out here threatening employees, and that's not good. So now the security is there. JSO is on the way. And I'm thinking to myself, I never thought that this young lady would turn out to be so evil. Then she wanted to fight. The only reason she was mad is there are a number of things. Of course, I do believe that those drugs altered her mental state, and it made her angry. I don't think she was angry that she got put out, because remember, she was living in abandoned buildings. I believe she was angry because she had a drug problem, and she don't know what we did to drugs. We were right in this situation, but we still had to use wisdom in managing this evil. We don't know what the young lady is capable of, so we had to take all precautions. Now, it's easy to get mad. She going off. I could have went off. Trust me, I got chest hairs bigger than her, so she wasn't a threat. I wasn't worried about her with a weapon or anything, because God's been good to us. Oh yeah, God's been. We're protected with the whole armor of God and peace. So I wasn't worried about that. I was more so concerned, what do we do next? She threatened two of the employees because they were telling her she had to leave. It's always easy. The easiest thing in the world for you to do is just fly off with your emotions and retaliate. To react and respond intelligently, it takes you being able to think quickly. So I let the law do what the law do. They came, filled out reports, had the young lady banned from the building. The new job that the young lady had, she was a security officer at the building. She lost that job, and she lost everything. Everything. She lost everything. We didn't rejoice in that. There's no good that came out of that. But managing this situation now, we have to look forward. What does this look like? What if the young lady comes back? We don't know what she's capable of. So we put JSO in place. Now we have permanent police officers that stay at the building daily. If you're not careful, even in being right, you can make a fool out of yourself and ruin future opportunities because you didn't have the wisdom to manage evil. You've got to develop discipline and emotional intelligence where you don't just fly off the handle. And all of us blow it at some time. I remember I've blown it before. But success is contingent on what you do in the rough spots, in the tough times. How do you respond? Are you able to think on your feet? Are you able to make solid decisions in moments of crisis? If you don't master that, you're not going to go too far. And even if you succeed, you will not have the discipline that is necessary to keep you in that place of success. Because as sure as the Lord liveth, the enemy is going to set you up to retaliate. And whatever you didn't develop in the process of getting where you are, the enemy is going to use it against you, and you're going to lose favor only because you lack discipline in managing evil. Managing evil is going to require you to be able to look at the people who've been attacking you, look at the people who tried to set you up, and you're going to have to respond to them in grace. Remember, you're the one that have the most to lose. Now, just because I handle it peacefully, that's not what was going through my mind. I'm going to tell you, let me give you some of the thoughts. Let me unpack some of the thoughts as this girl is out there cursing and acting the fool. Let me give you some of the thoughts that was going on. Oh, she tried me today. You ain't the only one know how to say them words. I haven't forgotten. I ought to go out there and her and the little girls with you bring two girls your size, because again, I don't even think she wear 25 cents soaking wet. And you bring two other, all y'all stacked up on top of each other ain't 5'10". What kind of threat are you? So, I even thought about, there was some female security guards that I called, and I wanted to tell them so bad, hey, I need you to take your badge off and handle this for me. I wanted to. There are some people that hang around that station that they like us. And they crazy too. They'll get with you. I wanted to tell them, hey, handle that. I'll break. But it wasn't worth it. Managing evil is necessary. That you handle things correctly, because your success hangs in the balance of the next decision that you make. You cannot make emotional decisions. Emotional decisions are going to cause you to come into emotional ruins. You think about that. Had another person that we're giving people jobs. We're giving them opportunity. We're not just hiring, we're taking ex-convicts, giving them an opportunity to start over. And we had a person that we hired that started stealing from us, stealing money and food. I wanted to take my clip out and just use the back handle and just give somebody a blessed, you feel violated when you're helping people and they just take stuff from you. It make you not want to be bothered. I could just hire my family and we be good. That's how you feel. And find out the person was stealing. They stole some stuff. They stole some food. They stole some money. They start stealing supplies. And the crazy part is we have cameras. So when I confronted them, hey, are you in need? Oh, no. I'm good. It was there. Can we buy you some groceries? Oh, no, I'm good. Well, why are you stealing? I would never steal. I'm so grateful you gave me a job. I swear to you, I would never say, okay, well, let me show you. Let me show you this video footage. Is this you? Negroes will lie to your face and not flinch. They will lie to you and make you feel like you wrong for bringing to their attention what they doing wrong. I wanted to go upside. I wanted the east side Terry rose up. Pig rose up. Hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay you for another 2 weeks, but you got to find you another job. Because what you've done is you've ruined the trust. Wanted to help you, but I can't trust you. Now you are a liability to me. So you got 2 weeks to try and find you something else. We're going to keep you on the same shift. You won't be able to run the register. You can't go in the back, the storage room. And before you leave, you're not allowed to bring backpacks, bag, none of that. Before you leave our hat and our apron. You give it to the manager, and we'll handle it for them. But we're going to give you 2 weeks to get out of there. Well, 2 weeks came. We let them go. I paid them an extra week. Not because I wanted to. I wanted to knock them out. I did. I know some street talk, too. I was raised on the east side. Grant Street, baby. Out east. Okay? God didn't just stand up in me. The Holy Spirit didn't. But I looked at the situation. We did this to help. A part of helping is understanding evil comes with it, and you got to learn how to manage evil. Whatever you do, you better do it unto the Lord. If you do it to people, you do it to be noticed by people, you do it to be appreciated by people. I'm telling you, them people you do it for, they're going to burn you. That's a part of the process. You can't help them if you don't show them that you're better than them. I want to take a cup of hot coffee, put some hot grits in it, and throw it on them. I did. As soon as they turn their back, I just want to take a back. We have cheese grits. I wanted to take that pot of cheese grits and make them wear it. I did. But what after that? You'll be satisfied for the moment, because I'm sure it would make me happy in the moment. But there's no lasting satisfaction there. Paid them another week and told them, hey, you got to go. Now, we may never see these people again, but we know we planted the right seed. We did our part. And the only thing you're required to do is your part. You can't force people. Don't allow people to become a liability. You got to manage their evil, do the right thing, and know that God is going to reward you, because your heart and your actions are in the right place. That's why I got to go on a vacation every other week now. It's too much. But you got to do your, man, the bro is on. Hey, Irvin Jones, I don't know if you ever been to Puerto Rico or not, brother. You need to come on over on this side, doctor. You got to do your part. I can tell you countless stories of the people we've helped, tried to help, and people take advantage of you, cuss you out. I thought I was going to have to help somebody, put a little something in their chest, the way they got angry. But you got to understand that evil comes with helping people. You're not going to want to do the right thing. You're not going to feel like doing the right thing all the time. It's okay to feel that way. That's called being human. It's not okay for you to act out your humanity. That's not okay. You got to be better than that. You've got to develop. Let me tell you why God blesses you to be a blessing. If you lose sight of that and think it's so you can afford Gucci and name brand and buy you a nice car and be seen in the higher epsilon of society, if you think that's the reason God bless you, you've missed the whole point. He blesses you to put you in position because he knows that the righteous will rule fairly. The righteous. This is why we have to have righteous people in government. We do. Next year, this time, we're going to be electing a new sheriff. I'm encouraging all of you to do your research on Ken Jefferson. He's a man of faith. He's a man of good character. He definitely has my vote. Study his work, his tenure. He's a native of Jacksonville. He understands the struggle. We need to put him in office as sheriff. We've got to have righteous people, not just good people. Righteous people, people whose heart is connected to God. So here's the book. Here's the book. The heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. And I don't normally use my platform to endorse people, but I think we have to endorse the righteous. We need people in position who has the heart of God. This is not knowing the Old Testament. The Bible says that the elders ruled at the gate. Your government in the Bible consisted of the elders of the church, prophets. They ran government. They did. We have a few believers, Judge Rhonda Waters Peoples. We have Judge Lester Bass. These are people, they're our own. They're great friends of mine. They're believers. We believe that Ken Jefferson is going to be the next sheriff. I'm asking you to vote for Ken Jefferson. And it doesn't mean that other people are bad. One of the problems with our society is that we believe if it's not our person of choice, then there must be something wrong with them. No, it just probably isn't their time. Don't mean they're bad. I'm sure there are other people that are good that are running. I believe Ken Jefferson is our guy. I believe that nearly 10 years. I've had conversations with him. When you win sheriff, either you run sheriff, you serve them 2 terms, you need to run for mayor. There are people that are, Nashawn Nix is another one. There are believers who know their stuff, who are not influenced. Garrett Dennis is another one. I know the city and the sheriff and the mayor, boy, they hate that Garrett Dennis because he exposed stuff. He wasn't a political pawn. He had the interests of the people. We need people like that. Y'all make sure y'all go, and Garrett has Carolina Chicken over there off of Sutel. I've been there a few times. I'm gonna go today. I'm intentional in supporting our own. We have a mission and a commission to support those who support us. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna end here. I've already finished my topic, managing evil. Let me tell you colored something. Let me tell you, it's not easy running a business because so much of what you do, you have to rely on other people. I have a revolving door. I have a crew basically that is set that I believe that God has given me, and I'm grateful for them. But then there are other people, we hire them, we have to fire them. Some of them move out of town. We hire college students. So it's a revolving door, and everybody is not pleasant. Some of the people, there's a young lady that we hired now. I had a conversation with her. I went up. I left a meeting to go talk to her because she doesn't have the personality to be in front of people. She really does. And I've told the staff, hey, y'all try and keep her off the register. She got some areas of improvement. She has a very dry personality. She's black and white, and she doesn't smile a lot. And I pulled her in the back. I say, sweetheart, come here. Let me talk to you. She said, oh, my God, am I finna lose my job? No, you're not going to lose your job. But you do need to know that your customers are the reason you're employed. You owe the customer great customer service. You owe that to them. In the same way, for your hours worked, we owe you a check. You owe them. They're responsible for you getting paid. Every customer that you see, sweetheart, You need to go out of your way and be courteous and thank when they leave. Thank you for coming. Please come back and see us. That's one of our mottos. So we're doing the behind the scenes of trying to train people and teach them customer service. We're not going to fire them because they make a mistake. She was kind of rude to some of the guests that we had. We're not going to tolerate that. So I put on cleanup. You bust them tables and sweep that floor, and you go clean that storage room out. I'm not going to let you go, but what you are going to do, you're going to learn how to be customer friendly, because without the customer, we don't have a business. So we try to hold on to people as long as we can. We don't want to let them go. We want to really see them change. And I went up there. I had a meeting at the coffee shop yesterday, and I'm sitting in the meeting, and I'm watching the young lady smile at customers. Changes my heart. But my point in making that is that when you have a young business, there's a level of mercy that we need to give business owners, young establishments, because they're pulling from the pool of the community. You can't just fire people because they're wrong, because here's what happens. If you fire them, they're going to go get another job somewhere else, and they'll never change. They never change that behavior because nobody gave them the grace of teaching them, showing them, and being kind to them. And I know as a customer, when I go places, I want my stuff right. But there's a level of mercy that I give young businesses, especially black businesses, because we don't have the capital as some of our counterparts. So we're doing the best with what we have. We're trying to get them trained. It's difficult, especially in an economy like now where the government is paying you. They getting $700-800 a week staying home, and they're getting stimulus packages. So it's hard to find quality people. It is. But you all be merciful. Go support Garrett Dennis. All of you, go buy your box of chicken. Well, I don't eat fried chicken. Well, go by there and buy it and get to somebody homeless. You know, McDonald's, all of y'all have been to McDonald's at some point in your life and you received bad service. You done been to the town center, you've received bad service, and you forgive them and you go back. But when it comes to blacks supporting blacks, I ain't going there no more. Black people got to do better. We do. And you got to do better too. Give us the same grace that you give these billion-dollar companies who take your money and don't put none of it back in your community. I hear people badmouth and trash the Potter's House Bistro. I do. They done fell off. Their food make me, I get it. Okay, whatever. We still need to support them because they're us. Have you had a meeting with the manager to tell them, hey, something's changed about the food? You know, if we would, one of the things that I try to do is I try to use my criticism as an opportunity to be coached. When people are criticizing anything, I use it as an opportunity to be coached. I share this with you, and then I'm going to be done. Lady came in just ornery, just rude. Customers are in line. I happened to be there that day. Matter of fact, not only was I there, I was working the register. This is a true story. There are about 8 people in line. This lady comes up the side of the line talking to someone who's ahead of the line. She said, I never eat here again. I came here the other day, and I asked for an egg croissant, and they gave me an egg bagel. And the cheese was cold. I never eat here again. And I'm thinking to myself, and this is what I said to her. I said, so ma'am, so they made a mistake, and you going to badmouth us like that? Can I make that right for you? No, you can't make it right. They should have made it right. They should have did what I asked them to do. Now, I wanted to tell her, this is why you catching the bus. Your attitude determines your altitude. There's a reason. But I didn't. I said to her, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Please let me make it right. I'm so sorry. They're young. They're learning. They didn't hear you. I'm so sorry. I said, not only are you bad mouthing us, now you're trying to talk the other customers out of not ordering because you had a bad experience. Can I buy you breakfast? Can I give you a drink? Well, I guess you can. Just mean, nasty. I wanted to tell her so bad. You weren't mean to the person that gave you that bad weave job. Oh, and it was horrible. That new growth was fighting like Mike Tyson at the top of her roots. We gotta be merciful. And I get it. Now we've gotta be on top of our business. Those employees should have paid attention to what the woman asked. They should have been paying attention to what they ordered. But we're pulling from the community we live in. It's not easy for the customer, and it's not easy for us either. There has to be balance. We've got to have great attitudes when we're serving customers. But you customers, don't get mad because it's not right. Have a conversation. Get out your feelings and your emotions. Use criticism as an opportunity to be coached. Did you not know most of the things that we change and we make improvement by listening to the customer? I listen to these customers. They come in every day. Why you don't have French fries? Well, the reason we don't have French fries is we don't have a vent. It's a municipal building. It's a state-owned building. They don't have vents in the building, so we can't fry. But I do have something for you. Starting March, I think, 4th, we're doing hot wings. Come on, pick it. Huh? And twister fries. Yes, we are. Yeah, we got it all worked out. So make sure you all come through Crazy Beans Coffee. One of the great opportunities that we have to serve our community, let me tell you this. The business, not only in addition to the contributions that you all make, those of you that give on a weekly basis, monthly basis, in addition to the contribution, the company itself, Crazy Beans Coffee, we give out about $300 worth of food a day. Oh, yes, a day. We guarantee our service. You don't like your drink? Tell them. They'll make you another one. They're not going to charge you again. We're very intentional. We don't throw food away. We try not to, at least, throw food away. Sometimes we have to. We make a wrong order. We're very intentional. Hey, would you like this? Be blessed. Have a great day. So we're giving to our community. We're not just trying to just make money. We make money doing a lot of stuff. We want to support the community that we live in. We're in La Villa. We get it all. Hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you tell somebody. Go support Carolina Chicken. It's on Sutel. It's right next door to, is it Madeline's? Right next door. It's right by the shops of Sherwood. Garrett Dennis is the owner. Show up. Go support your own. Stop by Crazy Beans Coffee. We have other black businesses that we support. Our baker, the young lady that is responsible for our cakes, our cookies, our brownies, she's one of us. Now, there's certain licensing that you have to have in order for me to put your product in the coffee shop. But if you have a product and it's good, now listen, I'm going to say this last thing, I'm going to be done. It can't just be good to you and your little posse. The community is going to tell us whether it's good or not. The community is the judge. If the community doesn't like it, we got to pull it. But go support Garrett Dennis. Vote Ken Jefferson. Come by Crazy Beans Coffee. Thank you for your love and your support. Hey, don't forget. I need the seeds you sow. I need it. I do. Thank you for sowing. Everything we do off of the love of the people. Your sponsorship dollars go a long ways. Cash App is on the screen. Hey, if you can, today, why don't you sow 500, 1,000, 1,500? Why don't you sow 5,000? Why don't you sow 10,000? Help us out. We're doing our best to do our part, and we can't do it without you. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom on the side of you is not able to handle. You got to calm down, slow down. You gotta let wisdom speak. When wisdom speak, you're gonna always win. You all have a great day today. Always remember to think how I speak life. Make sure you stop by Carolina Chicken on Sutel Crazy Beans Coffee. Vote Ken Jefferson, Nashawn Nix. Y'all have a great, prosperous day and a wonderful weekend. I love all of you. Y'all gonna miss me when I get married. Listen to me. When I get married, I'm gonna probably take 2 months off. Because I'm going to take 1 month to get in the word with my wife. A whole month. She going to get it every day. Every day. She going to get the rod every day. I'm going to get in the word with her. The rod are correct. I'm going to call it, yes, sir. Take a whole month. And we're going to honeymoon the second month. I'm just going to look at her. Every day, all day long. I ain't going to let her go to work. Let's sit on that. Hey, come here, girl. You tired? What you tired for? The joy of the Lord is your strength. You better get the anointing that empowers you. So I can lay these hands on you, girl. Y'all have a great day. I love you. See you later. Bye-bye.
Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.